2025. Good morning to you. Welcome to Front Page Review on this dial 90.3 FM. We are voice of the people. My name is Jude Ikami Jude, and I've got plenty stories for you this morning. Plenty of headlines, heavy, big, beautiful headlines. Yeah, some good, some bad, and some ugly. But I'll give you all of them, one after the other, from Punch newspaper, The Nation newspaper, Vanguard newspaper, the Daily Post, Daily Trust, and of course, The Sun. And I also have The Guardian here, all for you. But I will begin with Punch newspaper. It's got several big headlines here. I'll start just right away. Hurricane Tinubu, PDP National Working Committee governors meet next week to avert defections. FCTA destroys 600 seized motorcycles from restricted areas. Nigeria scraps BEA scholarship with beneficiaries stranded abroad. On Ataga, police forced me to write false statement, says Chidinma. Woman demands $250,000 from Promesado over son's death at factory. Woman demands $250,000 from Promesado over son's death at factory. And then, driver who crushed two Edo vigilantes in our custody, says police. Moving on, Obi doesn't need PDP Atiku coalition to defeat Tinubu. That is a statement by the National Labour Congress, NLC. Obi doesn't need PDP or Atiku coalition to defeat Tinubu. And then, NNPCL shake-up. MDs of Port Harcourt Refinery, Warri Refinery, and of course Kaduna Refineries sacked. All of them sacked. Kanu's trial. DSS submits Radio Biafra devices in court. Kanu's trial. DSS submits Radio Biafra devices in court. And then Nigeria risks breakup without federal reform. Anyanku warns. U.S. jails Nigerian who defrauded 400 elderly people of inheritance. Let's see some more here now. Oyo APC endorses Tinubu's re-election, says defection signs of acceptance. Oyo APC endorses Tinubu's re-election, says defections signs of acceptance. And as regards 2027, I will support Southern candidate, says Lucky Igbinedion. Kwankwanso's return to APC will not benefit party. Youth Council speaks. And then, PDP mass defection to APC, defining moment for Delta and Nigeria, says Oboru. Atiku on his way out of PDP, says Okowa. Oh, really? Okay. We'll find out. Kaduna APC group backs Governor Sani Tinubu for re-election in 2027. VOPFM. Let's move quickly and check out some headlines. The Nation newspaper is next now. Gunmen kill 37 cows in Plateau community. Kaduna police recover stolen vehicles. Detain 8 suspects. And then, NEMA cautions Lagos residents on safety amid downpour. Medical doctor killed in UBTH. It's crazy. Tinubu hails Oriwu son on 40th anniversary. On Okowa now, Articles 2023 bid for president insensitive. How we arrested Kanu. in Lagos hotel by DSS. How we arrested Kanu in Lagos hotel by DSS. PDP to sue Delta governor and others. Oh, it's a beautiful one. Okay. All right, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Let's check Vanguard newspaper now for some more headlines. Treason charge. How we arrested IPOB leader. Kano DSS tells court. And then on defections, PDP goes to court. Says APC will soon implode. Lawmakers, telecos clash over kidnapping phone-related crimes. Okay. Zenith Bank promises quantum lead in dividends. Public sector deficit borrowing threat to $1 trillion economy. I take that again. Public sector deficit borrowing threat to $1 trillion economy. That is according to Nasima. PDP goes to court, says APC will soon implode, is coming again as regards defections. And then Naira depreciates to 1,615 Naira per dollar in the parallel market. Gale of defections and our democracy is a beautiful piece you might just want to grab and read there. And then why EFCC arrested E-Money is another one you might want to find out. Vanguard newspaper has all of these stories. And then on murder, military court martial sentences soldier to death by hanging. Military court martial sentences soldier to death by hanging. Police nab 12 suspected kidnappers, 3 gun runners in Taraba and Kaduna State. 183 people killed in third week of April alone. Did you hear that? 183 people killed in third week of April alone, according to CSOs. And then UBTH doctor shot dead. What happened? Okay, Atiku will leave PDP. Okowa is repeating that again. PDP National Working Committee holds emergency meeting amidst defections. Nigeria's future doesn't look healthy with APC government. Baba Ahmed is repeating that this morning. And then ending Tinubu's reforms in 2027 with a tragic, according to Keyamo, ending Tinubu's reforms in 2027 will be very, very tragic. This is according to Mr. Festus Keyamo. Okay, there are some information here. Let's see. Bishop T.D. Jakes hands over church leadership to daughter and son-in-law. Bishop T.D. Jakes hands over church leadership to daughter and son-in-law. Okay. EFCC arrests E-Money for alleged Naira abuse. Putin announces surprise Ukraine truce for May 8 to 10. Okay. Let's leave here now and visit another newspaper, which The Guardian. Edo government warns against court violence as 6 die in renewed clashes. Edo government warns against court violence as 6 die in renewed clashes. Police arrest 12 kidnappers, 3 gun runners, recover arms in nationwide operations. Terrorists, severe abducted victims' hand in Kogi forest. Police debunk claims of Boko Haram invasion in Oyo. The same police debunked Boko Haram invasion or Boko Haram presence in Lagos, and then they are also doing same in Oyo. And people ask, what's going on? What's just going on? Okay, let's put that aside. Soldier sentenced to death for murder as another gets 10 years for robbery. Wow. Soldier sentenced to death for murder as another gets 10 years for robbery. Who River seeks national honor for lead Supreme Court judge. Court sentences 5 to death by hanging for armed robbery and murder in Ekiti State. King Sunny Ade's manager dismisses rumored abduction of veteran musician. Yes. Let's see. Enugu lawmaker decries insecurity. Claims only 9 policemen protect 500,000 residents. Did you hear that? Okay. Let's see if we can read some more now. Justice. Okay, let me touch on these first. Rivers NBA chairman, government clash over IBA's query statement. Federal government distributes life jackets to 12 riverine states to reduce boat mishap. And then, on Achimugu, Ohanese youths fault EFCC over alleged disobedience to court order. 5 to die by hanging for armed robbery and murder in Ekiti State. Rising sea level could submerge Niger Delta coastal communities by 2050. This is according to an expert. That's what he's saying. VP Shetima tasked RMAFC members on transparency and, of course, equity. Edo government seals hotel owned by PDP chieftain in Benin. Okay, let's move now, everyone. From the Guardian newspaper now, we visit Daily Post with plenty of headlines now. I am not leaving PDP to grudge over Okowa's defection, says Atiku. I am not leaving PDP. No grudge over Okowa's defection. That is according to Atiku Abubakar. Over 89 doctors left in Kwara government hospitals amid Japa crisis. That's according to Health Board. Only 89 doctors left in Kwara government hospitals amid Japa crisis. 89 doctors in the entire, government hospitals in Kwara State. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Over 80 communities taken over by Fulani terrorists in Benue and Plateau. Christian group raises alarm. Over 80 communities taken over by Fulani terrorists in Benue and in Plateau State. Okay. Atiku told me he is set to leave PDP, according to Okowa. Daily Post is repackaging that story this morning, putting it in a different way. Atiku told me he is set to leave the PDP. This is according to Okowa. So where? Is it true? Okay. PDP National Working Committee holds emergency meeting in Abuja over defection. And then outside Nigeria quickly, Trump defends tariff strategy, slams Federal Reserve at Michigan 100-day rally. US slaps China, Iran-based firms with fresh Iran sanctions. That will never ever happen. Canada's new Prime Minister, DS Trump. DS Trump. That would never happen. That's what he's saying. Nigerian government declares Thursday public holiday for Workers' Day. Yeah, May 1st. NIMET predicts 3-day sunshine and thunderstorm across Nigeria from Wednesday. That's today. 3-day sunshine and thunderstorms across Nigeria from today. 3 days. 3 days. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Get ready, everyone. Imo communities protest alleged forced land acquisition for Fulani herdsmen settlement. Imo communities protest alleged forced land acquisition for Fulani herdsmen settlement. On defection now, PDP threatens legal action against Oboriwori and others. Rep Amobi petitions INEC over alleged forged polling results in Isikwato and Umuniochi election. I hope I got that correctly. Tobechiku is going to help me do this one. He's going to correct me when he comes. Or Adigbo. Okay, quickly, let's move on. Defection. PDP is suffering political hemorrhage ex or your Attorney General Adebayo is the one speaking here. I will support Southern candidate for presidency in 2027, says Lucky Benedion. And Saraki has no moral right to speak about my defection, says Okowa. Dalong reveals reason behind wave of defection to the All Progressives Congress. We move now to Daily Thrust from Daily Post, everyone. My name is Jude. This is VOP FM. FBI orders to release Tinubu U.S. probe reports on May the 2nd. FBI orders to release Tinubu U.S. probe reports on May the 2nd. ISWAP claims responsibility for Borno attack as death toll hits 26. Okowa's choice as running mate cost Atiku 2023 presidency, says Moro. About Moro, right? Okay. Federal government deploys 35 medical professionals to Zanzibar for educational and professional support. Sharia Council President Sheikh buried in Oshun. Zulum clears 1,814 teachers gratuity backlog with about 2 billion naira. And then, how dozens of civilian JTF died defending communities in Borno, Yobe, and of course Adamawa State. We trek for miles, Mina residents say, as curfew bites. We trek for miles, Mina residents say, as curfew bites. On Jakpa, we can't find doctors to recruit. Kwara raises alarm. Okay. On Okowa now, PDP not ready for 2027. Atiku will leave soon. Okay, this one is put in a different way, in a very, very different way. Okay, let's touch on the Sun newspaper. Daily Sun is next, and then we join Rufai Oseni for his analysis this morning. And don't forget, we'll also be having Prince Chilaka to join us for analysis this morning. Let's check up some of these headlines together, everybody. Now, the Sun newspaper is here. Atiku will soon leave PDP, says Okowa. This story is coming again and again and again and again. And different, newspapers put in a different way. But it's all about Atiku leaving the PDP. And everyone will ask, 2 years, is that true? Well, I'll hear from you. Shattered thrust. How management missteps tainted insurance reputation in Nigeria. And then investors seek Tinubu's invention in $250 million investment dispute. Atiku will soon leave PDP, says Okowa. Federal government, UK signs MOU to combat cybercrime. Nigeria facing existential crisis, Rufai warns. Consider people's interest before leaving PDP, group tells Bauchi governor. And then still on defection, PDP mulls legal action against Oboriwori and others. Demands reinstatement of 13 suspended Benue lawmakers. Defection characteristics of average Nigerian politician, ex-governor Igbenedion. It says defection, characteristic of an average Nigerian politician. Okay, VOP 90.3 FM. I would want to read your comments and your observation, okay, your query, everything, but just drop it in a very civil manner for me on YouTube. All right, you can watch us live right now on YouTube, and then I would urge you to also get to the comment section, and of course, please drop a comment so we can always have a robust discussion together. Is that fine? Just go type VOP 90.3 FM. Okay, VOP 90.3 FM, and then get to the comment section. Let's get your thoughts on that. All right, and don't forget our WhatsApp number is also available. Yeah, on WhatsApp you can reach us live. Now we are now being joined by Rufai Oseni to touch on some of these headlines quickly. Top of the morning to you and welcome.
Morning. How are you?
I'm good. Doing great.
Okay, so a couple of stories making the round. So the PDP has gone to court as regards the defection of the Delta State KDP Parachik and the governor and all of that. For me, get to a point in this country that once people defect, they should be allowed to go for a by-election for that seat. I think it's only fair because the constitution recognizes the party and everybody needs a platform to be able to participate. But if you don't do that, then you will act as a deterrent to people that want to leave. But I would like to see how it goes in the courts in Nigeria. Because we have had people that have defected and they got away with it pretty much. And when you have these cases of people that defect and they get away with it, then you almost think that nothing will happen as regards the courts. So let's see how it pans out. Another case is the Nnamdi Kanu trial in court. I mean, that pretty much, continued yesterday. The federal government witness gave their the positions, and let's see how all of this pans out. So, because increasingly we cannot forget that there's been a judgment from a court of appeal before this was, put out. So let's see how this pans out, and let's see what happens in the coming days. Because when you look at it, then it leaves much to be desired.
Of course.
It leaves much to be desired. There were many things initially that a lot of people had complained about the high-handedness, really, in this case. The fact that, the Court of Appeal get a decision and the federal government was quick to say, oh, no. At first, they didn't even activate that decision before they went ahead to say, okay, because of national security and all of that. But you see, like I've always argued, the Nnamdi Kanu situation will have to be a political solution.
Okay.
Well, everybody will say, okay, we're going to look at this critically, and in the interest of peace and development in the country, we'll have a political solution to the matter. So there's that angle, but the question is, are people ready to speak? I mean, since President Tinubu got in, I have not seen the traction as regard a political solution yet. The last one we saw was during the time of President Muhammadu Buhari, where some top Igbo leaders did go and they had conversations and all of that. So we need to look deeply and we need to find a way to solve this matter rather than this long, drawn-out legal case. Another point I'd like to talk about this morning is that of the need, to be able to look at what is happening in the world refinery.
Exactly.
So the question is, what did they now spend the over $50 billion on? And you see, I was particularly in this matter because when I kept on debunking all the alleged work that they said they had done, and I kept on saying that this thing does not look good. Even with the Port Harcourt refinery that the world now sees that is working 40%. You know what they did? They even hired protesters to come and protest against us. And the truth is, when the protesters came, we still caught them because we took our roving mic, went into them, infiltrated the protesters, and we discovered that they were fighting over money that had not been paid. So, you see, the truth has to be said. When we speak the truth in this country, I know it's a difficult word, but we keep saying it. I like to give the people a chance to be able to speak. I like to hear from the people, and that's why I went on the roving march yesterday in Abia. And the videos are out there. I didn't just take the word the governor told me that he's working. I went there, I went to the people and said, "Oh, are you satisfied with this road?" They said, "Yes." So that's the back and forth. So as regards the NNPC, I think what they should now do is ask Mele Kyari and his team some quick questions. Let's ask them, what did they do with over $2 billion? What happened?
Okay.
How was that money spent? What happened with the partnership with the company that went to fix the Port Harcourt refinery? When we came out to say that they were running blending plants, they said we were lying. So you can see that the work we did was truly investigative journalism. We're not like some journalists that they flew private jets there and told report this section.
Yeah.
That's why all I said yesterday when I went on my tour of Abia was, please show me the roads. Let me talk to the people. And I put the mic to the people. Are you satisfied with this? What was the road like before? So people unanimously said, oh, it was bad. So we remember that in this country, the NNPC took some journalists, flew them in private jets, told them to report one part of the story. And we kept on insisting and saying, no. You know why? Because we don't just talk. Okay. We had our sources. I was the first one to break the story that there was a blending plant when they said the Port Harcourt refinery was working. Then also, the source shared with me also said with Sahara reporters. Sahara reporters now broke it. That was why NNPC had the first reaction that it was blending plant they were running. But no matter the propaganda they did with journalists, they had the money to book the journalists. I don't have problems with that. But in the end, I have been vindicated that there was a racket they were running. And it was just a matter of time. Once the leadership there left, then definitely the scam was going to be revealed. You know, all this one is now being revealed because the former leadership that was there is no longer there. You get my point now?
Of course.
It's because the former leadership that was there is no longer there. So when we talk, people say, oh, this and all of that. The kind of work I want to do is the kind of work that I want posterity to judge me. Now, when I'm doing it, at first I look unpopular, but I don't care. I don't care.
Rufai, the PDP governors, like you rightly also mentioned, are meeting, anytime soon. According to sources, it is to avert defection. But we begin to ask questions. Can that meeting really avert this same defection, this gale of defection, from the PDP to the APC?
In fact, the meeting will promote more gale of defections.
It will do what?
It will promote more defections.
Wow.
Because those that are leaving are already saying, my brother, you better come here because there's uncertainty in the system. And that's what is happening. So as long as there's uncertainty, a lot of these governors will take a hike.
And this other story here that says that Atiku will be leaving the PDP. Okowa is saying Atiku will leave PDP. Atiku is saying no, I'm not leaving it. I'm not leaving PDP. Forget about what Okowa is saying. How do we, place this, side by side?
What? That Atiku is leaving PDP.
Atiku is saying it.
Did you hear Atiku say it by his mouth? PDP. Did you hear Atiku say it by his mouth? Why are you believing an Okowa that doesn't even know his right from wrong? An Okowa that said that he regrets that they used the slots of the South to run when Atiku was running for president. But he decided to run. He didn't refuse to run as a running mate. So it's now that all of a sudden Okowa now sees the light. He now says, oh, and I really regretted it. So, that was supposed to be the slot of the South, according to fairness. But you were vice presidential candidate to that person and you agree. So the question I would like to answer Okowa is that if he had been elected vice president, will he ever have this regret? So you see that politicians are always constantly in their own interest. And that's why I don't want them to like me. Because I will ask them the tough question. That's what I would have asked him. If he kept on saying, yeah, it was supposed to be the turn of the South, it was supposed to be the turn of the South, and all of that, and you regret. Yes, fine, you regret. But if Atiku had won that election, and he is not the vice presidential candidate, will he have regretted?
I recall Abamoro also was saying that it was because of Ifeanyi Okowa that Atiku lost the election. That was why Atiku didn't win. It was because Ifeanyi Okowa came in as the VP. It was because Ifeanyi Okowa was the VP to Atiku. That was why Atiku lost the election in 2023. Hello, Rufai, are you there? Hello? Okay. I think we're having a little bit of a network challenge, but we'll see if we can re-establish a conversation with Rufai Oseni. Okay, everyone, this is VOPFM, and my name is Jude Ikami Jude. I've got several analysts, several guests who will be joining me this morning to dissect some of these stories. Okay, but I would have them just right after now. Stay there, don't go nowhere.
Domin Herbal Powder.
That's one herbal powder. What's strong kakaraka? What's in the name? Domin herbal powder.
Domin Herbal Powder is your immune booster for general well-being. Domin Herbal Powder is organic. Just add a teaspoonful into a small cup of hot water and drink in the morning before meals and evening after meals. Domin Herbal Powder is available in all pharmacies and herbal shops in Nigeria. For bulk purchase, visit Obed Israel Enterprise Nigeria Limited, B33 Jigawa Plaza Trade Fair Market, or Rich Priest Pharmacy, 21 Afolabi Street, Tipa Garage, Egbe, Lagos. For more information, call 0704 591 7000 or for Ghana 054 31 581 95. Domin Herbal Powder is not for persons below 12 years, not for pregnant and nursing mothers. Domin Herbal Powder for your overall well-being. If symptoms persist after 5 days, consult your doctor.
Okay, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Prince Chilaka is joining us right now. Top of the morning to you, Prince Chilaka.
Hello, I'm close to you.
Hello, can you hear me?
I'm very close to you.
Okay, you're close to me. All right. Just step into the studio.
Hello, Jude.
All right. I'll be expecting Prince Chilaka. Okay. All right. I'll be expecting Prince Chilaka in the studio right now. He's just let him just step in for me, and we have a very beautiful conversation. But everyone, please feel free to join the conversation via YouTube. I can see a couple of persons watching us live from Nigeria and of course outside Nigeria. Thank you so much. Let's have this conversation together. It's going to be robust. It promises to be robust today. Hey everyone, I don't know what you think about what a couple of persons are saying, especially the NLC. The NLC is saying that Obi does not need the PDP. Obi does not need any article. Obi doesn't need any form of coalition to defeat Tinubu. What is your take on that, everyone? Let's get that on YouTube. All right, just you can drop your comments for me. You can also, our WhatsApp portal is also open. All right, 081-717-56338. I'll read it out in real time. 081-717-56338. And then YouTube, VOP 90.3 FM. Just go type that, VOP 90.3 FM on YouTube, and you're just there, and we can talk more. It says that Atiku does not really need any. Peter Obi does not need Atiku, does not need any form of coalition, does not need anything to defeat the APC, to defeat Tinubu. There's a reason I'm repeating this. You know, there is this attitude of grab it, snatch it, run away with it. And a couple of persons have said, Obi doesn't really have this kind of attitude. He doesn't know the gira kind of politics. He does not understand that forceful kind of politics. And everyone will tell you in 2027, is either you grab it and run away with it, or you're left alone. Friends, what do you think? And Obi is a gentleman. Obi does not know how to do all of these things. In fact, he does not give shishi. And then some persons have been given have been given a whole lot for a very long time. And in fact, I think, who's that man? What's his name again? He said that the APC has taken over everything, has taken over everywhere in the country, from the judiciary to everywhere. And the APC has concluded their plans and they've taken over. Another step that the APC has taken is entering the South, and of course taking their governors, and of course some of the big political bigwigs, winning them over to the All Progressives Congress. And now people are now saying, what is the way? Where do we go from here? And I recall a man told me that the next election, the 2027 election, is going to be between the All Progressives Congress and Nigerians. Not any political party. Not PDP, not NNPP, not SDP, not Labour Party. It's going to be between APC and Nigerians. Friends, we will have a very, very huge one this morning. All right? And of course, Prince Chilaka is joining me this morning to dissect all of his stories. And then don't forget, I also mentioned that Atiku Okowa is saying, Atiku told me at the point. He said, some of the newspapers has it, that Atiku told him that Atiku will be leaving the PDP. Okowa was even boasting, said Atiku will leave the PDP. And then we ask some big questions. Leave the PDP to where? To where? Which party at this point in time? But Atiku on his own is coming out to say, forget about whatever Okowa is saying. Okowa is on his own. And the same Okowa also told Saraki that Saraki has no moral grounds, lacks the moral ground to challenge his defection from the PDP to, of course, the All Progressives Congress. A lot of statements here and there, all right, as regards the gale of defections. But don't also forget that the PDP is going to court and is saying that the APC will soon implode, will go to court. But then, will this court save, the PDP? Will the court save the People's Democratic Party from all of these defections going on here and there? Okay. Now, these are some of the things we'll be discussing just this morning. Yeah. And don't forget, the FBI, it will be releasing Tinubu's U.S. probe reports on May the 2nd. Yeah. A day after Workers' Day, May 1st. May 2nd, the FBI and other agencies, international agencies, is set to release Tinubu's U.S. probe reports. And the question is, what will be the disadvantage? How will it affect the nation, positively or negatively? Yeah, we must look at all sides. All right, and then, according to Punch puts it Hurricane Tinubu. Yeah, Hurricane Tinubu. This. All right. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. All right. My name is Jude Ikami Jude. I'll give you the WhatsApp number again so you can join the conversation. It must be robust this morning. 081 717 56338. I'll take that again. 081 717 56338. And then YouTube, just go type Voice of the People 90.3 FM, or in short, VOP 90.3 FM, and then get to the comment section. Let's get your views, your thoughts, your comments, your observation, your query. All right? Yeah. So we can have, like I said, a beautiful one all together this morning. Okay. Let's see how we go. Now, Prince Chilaka is here and is joining me live in the studio this morning. Prince, good morning to you.
Morning, Academy.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome. Obi does not need PDP. Obi does not need Atiku. Obi does not need coalition to defeat the APC. And that is NLC speaking. Now, looking at what APC is doing across the country, looking at the gale of defections here and there, do you think that Mr. Peter Gregory Obi doesn't really need a formidable force called the coalition to actually oust this current administration? What do you think?
I think the Labour Congress, or the NLC as they want to be called, seem to be living in oblivion. They don't seem to understand the dynamics of the Nigerian politics. Because if they do, they wouldn't be saying such. When you talk about Labour Party, as of today, Labour Party is highly fragmented. You have Apapa on one side, you have Julius Aburu on the other side, you have Nenadi Osman on the other side. So you have three people claiming to have control of the structure of the Labour Party. And this committee of the Nigerian Labour Congress, what have they done so far to unite the party? So for me, anybody saying that Peter Obi can go it alone does not understand the dynamics of the Nigerian politics. Because you see, the reason why you need a merger is most of these parties don't even have enough structure on ground. Labour Party has no structure, so to say. They don't have polling agents across the entire country.
Okay.
That was what we experienced during the 2023 elections. But if you have a merger between Labour Party, PDP and SDP, for instance, then you have a mega party. You have a reach, and that's what you need. Then we begin to look at the issue of grab it, steal it, jump with it, run with it. It becomes a secondary issue. But the first issue is to have people on ground who would do your job, your agents, who would man your votes and all of that. So that is why everybody's calling for a merger. In 2015, when APC was baited, I mean, they knew that they couldn't go it alone. CPC, which is owned by Buhari, I think ACN owned by Bola Ahmed Tinubu and so on. They knew they couldn't go it alone, and that was why they had to merge. So merging is not a crime. Merging makes you stronger. So anybody saying that Peter Obi can go it alone simply does not.
Hear what the NLC is saying. The NLC is saying that he is a sellable candidate. If you recall, he was already coasting to victory in 2023 election before the controversial glitches. So he alone can actually fight,
I like I said, I think the Nigerian Labour Congress, they are living in illusion, and they are trying so hard to deceive.
That he also defeated Tinubu in his own stronghold, Lagos. So what are we saying?
When the case was in court, what did the Labour Congress do? So why is it that it is now that they are making noise? For me, I just believe that Labour Congress is part of those who have been planted by the opposition party by the ruling party to destabilize the Labour Party.
Oh, really?
Yes. Because what they are saying, what they are saying right now doesn't make sense to anybody, any right-thinking Nigerian. Peter Obi himself, being a man that he is, knows that he cannot go it alone. Knowing the landscape, the Nigerian political landscape, no, he can't go it alone. There has to be a merger. You have to bring in other people into the fold. It's either they're using PDP as a platform, or they're using Labour Party as a platform, or SDP. But if it is Labour Party alone, it will be disastrous.
In history, people will tell you merger hasn't worked before in Nigeria. So don't expect this one to work. Most, especially when you have the likes of Atiku, some of these big wigs who want to be in the forefront of this whole thing.
I said it before, and I'll keep saying it. Atiku will not contest. Go and write it down.
Atiku will not contest.
He will not contest.
Okay.
If Atiku believes in the rescue of Nigeria presently from this APC government, he will do the right thing. He will become a patriot, and his name will go down in history. He doesn't need to contest to form a merger.
Is he wrong if he contests?
It is not wrong.
Okay.
It is not wrong. But looking at, the calculations around everything, knowing the fact that, we have this unconstitutional zoning of power at the federal level, which is more like a party thing, not a constitutional thing. So everybody is saying, the South must do 8 years. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Everybody's saying the South must do 8 years. So it will be suicidal for Atiku to try to truncate that. What they can actually do is form a merger and let it be a South-South competition. But you need a strong person from the South to be able to confront the strong man.
Form a merger under which umbrella? That's a big question.
The umbrella will soon surface. There are a lot of discussions going on. The umbrella will surface.
Not the PDP umbrella?
The umbrella will surface. And that umbrella will encompass all Nigerians.
Have you also heard that Goodluck Jonathan is, in the pipeline?
Well, if you ask me, I think Goodluck Jonathan should not do a comeback after all that has been said, after all that has been done. I think the role he's playing right now as an elder statesman befits him more than coming to contest again.
Because everyone is talking about the last 4 years for the South, so no one wants to talk about the North yet. And the only person who can actually wrestle power from Tinubu is Goodluck Jonathan.
It's not.
Because people are not looking at Obi because they tell you this Igbo syndrome.
If you say Igbo syndrome, I'll say this: anybody saying Igbo syndrome in Nigeria today needs a mental check. You cannot take away the Igbos from Nigeria.
Igbo is an Igbo man. He
It doesn't matter. But who are running the economy of this country? It is the Igbos. Who are developing other parts of this country? It is the Igbos. The Igbos will leave Igbo land, come to Lagos, develop Lagos, go to Kwara, develop Kwara, go to Kano, develop Kano. How many of these other tribes are going to Igbo land to develop Igbo land?
But when you say this, people hate to hear that.
No, but it's the truth.
They go to this one, develop this
one. It is the truth. This one. Every part of Lagos has become developed today. An Igbo man started it. And that's the truth. I mean, I'm not somebody that is caught to say because I'm an Igbo man. No. When it comes to flogging the Igbo man, I will flog the Igbo man. And when it comes to saying the truth about the Igbo man, I will say the truth about the Igbo man. Let me tell you the truth, if you decentralize the ports and you allow other parts of the country to have functional ports, you probably will not even see the Igbo man in Lagos.
Oh, really?
Yes. You probably will see other tribes in Lagos. But it's because everything is in Lagos. Everything is economy. The commerce is saturated in Lagos. That's why you see everybody in Lagos. But there's something I've said to the governors of the Southeast, and I keep saying it. They are the problem of the Igbo land.
How so?
They are not thinking out of the box.
How so?
I had said to them, you don't need to start building airports across the Southeast. It doesn't make sense. Why not you train and network the entire Southeast? That is on one side. On the other side, why don't you develop the hubs in terms of trade hubs? You have Aba, that is known for textile and all of that. You have Imo, that is known for hospitality. You have Anambra, that is known for spare parts and all of that. Why don't you concentrate on it? Why don't you build those hubs? And then you'll find out that people will now come from other states to these places to get what they want. No, but the governors are very selfish, very self-centered. It's all about themselves. They're not thinking about the people.
Is it wrong to build airports?
For me, right now, it is totally wrong. It's not adding value to the lives of the people. It is not. That's the truth. So why are we deceiving ourselves? We know that the essence of building an airport is that the governors can embezzle from there, which is what happens. You embark on an elephant project. But the point is, what do the people really need? What will touch the life of the people? Is that not what we should be thinking about?
Prince, let's get back on track. Have you also heard that Peter Obi is going back home? When I mean home, I mean the PDP. And that's the only platform that can guarantee him whatever ticket or
whatever party Peter Obi decides to embrace, the obedience will follow him. The obedience are not tied to any political party. Don't forget, when the obedience started, they said 3 people tweeting from a room, and the 3 people became a monster.
Is it about obedience or Nigerians?
Nigerians are the obedience. The hungry, the poverty-stricken, the downtrodden, people looking for a new lease of life, people looking for something that looks like good governance, people looking for a society that works. These are the people that make up the obedient. So it's not about any political party. No political party can claim ownership of the obedient. These are individuals in their right minds who believe that we need a better country and we need good leadership.
And then coming together of this PDP and of course its National Working Committee to meet to avert this defection, you think it will work?
The aversion of this defection starts with the Constitution, and that's why I don't understand the kind of National Assembly we have. Honestly speaking, I do not understand the kind of lawmakers we've had in this country and we still have in this country. How can you have a situation where I win an election in Party A and I move to Party B and I maintain that position? It's an aberration of democracy. So when you're defecting, you're not thinking. The people who voted you into power, for instance, the governor of Delta State that defected, the people that voted him into power, they did not vote. They saw APC, didn't they? They saw Labour Party, but they voted PDP. So why would you not take the structure of PDP without consulting the people into APC? And then we have a president who says he fought for democracy. Honestly speaking, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has not shown that he really fought for democracy. Because if he fought for democracy, he would have put a stop to this. He would have put a stop to it. So that when you're defecting, you know you are living, you resign as a governor. And then you defect. Let us see the value you are bringing. If you resign as a governor, it shows honorable. It shows that you're a honorable person. Then you now defect. Let us now see the power, that power of your defection. How does it add value to the new place you're going to?
Currently, Okowa and the likes and Oboriwori and all of that, they are breaking the structure, the PDP structure in that state. And then,
see,
I even said everybody, both the chairman, everybody, SS, they are all moving.
Something will happen. And you know that in a party, in a state, the governor is the leader of the party. And you also know that already in APC, in Delta State, they have leaders. At the end of the day, you're going to displace these people. And people are going to get upset. And some people are going to end up leaving the APC that the governor has gone to and stay back in their PDP, or they stop being politicians. But the truth is that a lot of our politicians have no class. They have no ideology. They have no tact. They have no self-respect.
According to Abamoro, he said Okowa is not has nothing to do offer the APC at the national level. One, that's not all. Look here what he said. He said the reason why Atiku even lost the 2023 election was because he had Okowa as a running mate.
Well, it is very shameful that somebody like Okowa, who was apparently supposed to have been number 2, could jump ship at this point in time. It simply shows you that the man has no honor. That's what it means. And these are not the kind of people we need in our political life at this time. We want people who would stay and say, whatever it is, let us weather the storm together. You know, like I heard Oseni saying this morning, if he had won, if Atiku had won, and he had been sworn in as a vice president, would he have decamped? Would he have defected? So it simply shows you that Okowa has no political value. Don't forget that before now, EFCC has been...
And that's what I wanted to say. Don't you think he wants his sins forgiven?
That is it now. Senator Oshomole
said once you join the APC, your sins are forgiven. Don't you think his sins are already forgiven?
What I see playing is everybody moving into APC right now. They are moving in for selfish reasons.
Oh, really?
The governor that has moved from Delta State is the first-time governor, so he wants to get a second term. And then he believes he's scared of this grab it, snatch it and bail and japa. So those are his fears. So everybody's looking at, where will I go and get a soft landing?
Okay.
So that I can continue. So you find out that at the end of the day, these decisions have nothing to do with the people. It's just like what has played out in Rivers State between Wike, Fubara and the 27 yes. So it's not about the people. The people are inconsequential. The Nigerian people are only respected when before the elections and after the election. Immediately they are sworn in. They forget the Nigerian people. And that's why we keep saying to the Nigerian people, you see this 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, even 20,000 they give you, a cup of rice, you're just selling your conscience. You're selling yourselves cheap. And that's why they can do anything they want to do with you. Go and check across the entire country. All those who were elected as councillors, do they still keep the same friends that brought them to power? Do they still mingle with their followers, those who were running around with them? How many of these people who are doing jobs as touts and thugs, how many of them can marry the daughter of a governor or even the daughter of a commissioner? How many of them? So why are you making yourself available to be used by those who have no value for you? So Nigerians themselves need to think out of the box. They need to realize that it is not about what you're giving, it's about what you think is right. Unfortunately, I keep saying, the hunger in the land has not gotten to where it should get to. When the hunger gets to where it should get to, Nigerians will begin to think straight.
Before we wrap, just a final question for you, before we go. I don't know what you will make of this statement. Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has urged members of the APC to rally behind President Tinubu's bid for a second term in 2027, asserting that the continuation of his reform agenda hinged on his re-election. In fact, he said that a shift in leadership could derail the economic structuring or the economic structure currently underway, describing such a scenario as potentially tragic. It means what he is saying in essence is ending Tinubu's reforms in 2027 will be very, very tragic.
But I'm, as I sit here, I keep asking myself, what are the reforms Tinubu is going to campaign with? Is a president that cannot afford to be on Band A and pay the bills of Band A. He's running away from Band A, yet you're pushing the ordinary Nigerians into Band A. So what are you going to campaign with? Today the dollar is about 1,600. Today there is hunger in the land. Petrol as at this morning is about between 890, 900, depending on the filling station you're buying from. So what is it that this government would come out to say, this is what we want to use to do to campaign to the Nigerian people? Is it you're going to campaign to the Nigerian people via promises? or you're going to campaign to Nigerian people with the things they can see and feel. How much is a loaf of bread in the market? How much is a bag of rice? So, so for Festus Keyamo to talk, obviously, he who pays the piper dictates the tone. He's part of the government. He's earning salary from the government. He's living large on the government. So what do you expect him to say? I mean, a few days ago, I'm sure you saw the interview of Onokwasa.
Oh, okay.
You know, now changing direction. So if the likes of Onokwasa can come out and
Onokwasa is quite funny, you know.
If you can, after all the thing he did with Rufai, he's not coming out to tell us. See, if Nigeria was a country that's functional, where the institutions are working, Onokwasa should be arrested. He should come and explain to Nigerians, because he talked about how they knew, how they did it, how they did that. He should come and explain to Nigerians how they did the mathematics that made Bola Ahmed Tinubu to win. So, but nobody cares. The institutions in Nigeria do not work. It only works for small people. But it's not working for the big people. So if the likes of Onokwasa can come out, this is a man who was ready to tear Rufai, you know, and all of that. And then suddenly he's gone back to his vomit. And that's the thing with the political
No, Onokwasa has felt, you know, what,
he has felt what the ordinary Nigerians are feeling. So tell me, what is the government going to campaign with? I don't know. I still keep asking myself. Maybe there's something the APC government has kept somewhere in the heart, in the magic heart, that they're going to bring out. Maybe they're going to use voodoo on Nigerians. I don't know. But let us watch and see what they're going to campaign with. We're waiting patiently. I am patiently waiting.
Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Time now to open up the studio lines. I want to get your views, your take, your observation, even your query. But keep it civil, everyone. Mind what to say on the national radio. All right? 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp 081 717 56338. 081 717 56338. Now, please mind what you say on a national radio. I said again, move away from your radio set or just turn down the volume. Yeah, just 1 minute for everyone. Please don't cross it. 1 minute, 60 seconds for you. Just call in and touch on one thing and leave the rest for others to talk about. Is that fine? Don't just call and want to talk about almost everything. 1 minute exactly for everyone, and we're just good. My name is Jude Ikami Jude. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Ikami Jude, good morning. My name is Mr.
Good morning to you. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
Please, Ikami Jude, I want to ask you a question. Please, is Nigeria of a thing? President Ahmed Tinubu removed subsidy. Then, I want to ask you a question. Since Dangote Refinery, Dangote single man used $20 billion to build a refinery, and President Ahmed Tinubu removed subsidy because they are using $20 billion to pay for the subsidy. Why can't they go and build our own refinery? This is a simple. I don't know that if you are getting me.
Yeah.
President Ahmed removed subsidy. They are not paying subsidy again because the subsidy are high. There isn't something billion naira to import fuel we are using here. Why single man Dangote refinery build a refinery at the rate of $20 billion?
Okay.
And then why can't they use that money and go and build our own refinery? So the people will just fuel cheaper rate here.
Thank you. Thank you so much for talking to us. Hello, good morning to you. What's your name? Hello, good morning. Good morning to you.
Yeah, this is Stitches.
All right.
So, boss, first of all, I'll start from what you said from the very first thing. You said there will be FBI will be releasing the president's report and all that. You wonder how it will affect how it's going to affect Nigeria, or the impact it's going to have in Nigeria. It's not concerned also. Anything they bring is hint that it will affect. Is his problem, is his report. That's one. Then Peter Obi and coalitions. Yes, I am an obedient and I support Peter Obi. I support everything good. But if they still say, instead of if the coalition is not even going to work, only one man can come out, only Peter Obi can do it, and only person like Dangote said, if he say everything they go, if Dangote come out today say he won't be president, he go win. I don't want to see how they won't do it because he's a northerner and he has all the power. So if Obi not fit do, I mean Dangote come rescue us, remove that man for them. I'll go back. That report with the war breaking, not concerned of me, just want to see. But would they allow us to see the true results? Wouldn't they go and give us their own result? Because all the media are owned by the politicians. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate your call. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Jida.
Good morning. Good morning.
Prince in the house. Good morning.
Morning.
Please, my name is Innocent. I'm calling from Amu of Fair State. Jide, please, I want to say, no, Nigerians, we don't want people are saying politic turumbu. We are seeing it, because I'm an APC man somehow. We in APC do not see it like that. We see it that this current president is wanted to unite all the Nigerian politicians together so that they can unite together and work. And the idea they unite is more better for Nigeria. Yes, things are not working as it's supposed to work. Even myself, who is APC, is complaining that things are not working. But let the man continue doing. Maybe it does not take like 2, 3, 4 years to control this, make this country a better country, because we are not one. There is northerners, there is southwest, there is south. All of what our behavior is not the same. So what I'm trying to say is, let Nigeria continue talking to this current government. Let them do the right thing. But if you say that someone that's who's telling you that the P2B can stand alone, that person is also supporting Tinubu indirect. Because everybody know that only P2B cannot do it. And again, and you have to know that many people have to join also, like Kanu, like what other states, like Oshun, like Oyo, all these things. For now to some most years, you see them coming to APC. So, what better we caution this government to do the right thing? Because if you are thinking to take them, I don't know whether it's going to be possible. I appreciate
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That's what would you call that? A detribalized APC, right?
Well, it's an APC speaking from two sides of the mouth. In one breath, you're supporting your party. In another breath, you're giving advice to the opposition.
And he detribalized. Like he wants the best one. He is saying the country is not working. He as an APC, he's not working. Do the needful.
If as an APC you are saying the country is not working, and you're asking people to still continue to support the vehicle that is not moving, then you don't know what you really want. You either want the vehicle to move or you don't want the vehicle to move. So for me, there's nothing like tribalized. He's just a party man talking his own.
Good morning to you.
Jude, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
And good morning to my man there in the studio. My name remains Peter Monse from Shomolu.
Let's go.
Now, Jude, Keyamo said the reforms must not be truncated. I want him to be specific and tell us the areas of reform that should be retained. Is it to reform the Boko Haram and reinfuse them into the society? Is the reform that has taken over all our farmlands and given to the killer herdsmen, that our women, our mothers, our fathers, our brothers and sisters can no longer go to farm? You cannot buy banana, you cannot buy potato, you cannot buy plantain. Even groundnut that you will come back from work, children will say, hey, daddy, yo, mommy, yo, you bring groundnut and give. Can you buy groundnut again? So all these things, is it the type of reform that must continue? You tell us how many people have been killed within the month of April alone, 100 and something. You've told us about the number of communities that have been taken over in Benue State. Benue State used to be the food basket of Nigeria. Today, Benue State has become the drums of blood of Nigerians. Is that the kind of reform that should be retained? I mean, the point for me remains that Nigerians know better now. Nigerians have taken their stand. Nigerians have decided now that we are the opposition this time around. Nigerians are the coalition this time around. We just need a Joseph, even without a political party, and somebody with wisdom of God, with the Spirit of God, that will queue behind us or we queue behind him. To make sure Nigeria worked before, Nigeria can work again. We had a Nigeria before, we can have a Nigeria again. So whatever happened, let me tell you very frankly now, and in a very, very brief moment, You see this report they want to release in US. I want to wait and see that report. I want to hear that report so that I will be able to know what Tinubu did when Nadeko was fighting for democracy in Lagos. I mean in Nigeria. And Tinubu told us he's a pro-democracy person. He was fighting for democracy. We were on the streets of Lagos all over fighting for democracy. With 1993, I think 26th of July, that's where this problem of drugs and Tinubu came up. So me, I want to know that the report come out so that I will know whether Tinubu had a business with drugs. Then we will know the kind of president we have in Nigeria, whether it's connected with drugs or not. We are not Bolivia. We cannot have Escobar in Nigeria. We want to know who we have before the election comes up. So for me, Nigerians are ready, except there will be no election. Maybe they want to do selection. Then you are positioning party members so that they will write result for you, like Okonkwo said the other day. It will not work this time around. No. We will face them and we will defend our vote. We will know that if APC want to bring crisis, Jonathan told us that his political ambition does not want the blood of Nigerians. But if Tinubu will tell us in 2027 that his political ambition wants the blood of Nigerians, then we will know. We will see. We get there. God bless you.
Thank you. Appreciate you. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call, and 081 717 56338. Yeah, that's the number to call. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, you have Mr. Mbaka from Elasa. Yeah, Judah. The reason why P2B cannot do it alone, according to the people who think for their own mindset, is because our vote doesn't count. If really that our vote counts, Judah, you're a person, you're a journalist, can you vote APC? With all these things happening in this country.
Hello? Oh, sorry about that. I think I don't know what happened. Hello, good morning to you. Good morning.
Good morning, Kamejude.
Yes, good morning to you.
This is Paul from Egbeda.
Welcome, talk to us.
In Kamejude, let it be on record that the Nigerians are ready for a change. The poor Nigerians, the masses, the tomato seller, the granite seller, the pure water seller, those who are hawking in the street of Nigeria across board, both from the north, the east, the west, the south, the north central, the northeast, those who have lost their beloved ones. They are tired of politicians. Like I have told you, Nigerians are not coming to vote according to party. They are voting according to individuals. Even across the north, where I met some individuals, and I asked them about their consciousness about 2027. What they told me is that apart from Atiku, the next person they are going to vote for will be Peter Obi. So even if they rig, it will be too big. It will be too big. Watch out and see what is going to happen. It will be Obi Hurricane in 2027. Nigerians are tired. Let all of the politicians decamp to APC. It will not stop what will happen in 2027. The governor of Delta State did not decamp with the Deltans. He decamped with the politicians that he funded. In Rivers State, Wike people decamped with Wike that he funded. But the Rivers people are on ground, and we are going to teach the politicians lesson that it is not your money, it is not the cup of rice. We are going to count how much is electricity today, how much is fuel, how much is a bag of rice, how much is a bag of gari, how much is common granite. You can't buy granite again in the market. They are the indices that we're going to use to vote in 2027. So let politicians keep deceiving themselves and say they are decamping. Let all of them be in APC. In 2027, Nigerians will vote against APC. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your call. Let's do this one. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you. Are you there? Good morning. Okay. My name is Sahid from Bagada. Is that majority of Nigerians are not serious? How on earth do you think Obi of 2023 still has the capacity in 2027? He is weak politically, likewise Atiku. Whether US report or not, Tinubu is still the last man standing in Nigeria for now. That's what He's saying. Okay, let's go here. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning. I'm Judy.
Good morning. What's your name and where you calling from?
Okay, this is Jason on the line calling you from Ghana. You see, Judy, you know, when a man cook for community, it will not be enough. But when the community cook for one man, it will be abundant and overwhelming. That is how it will look like. You hear what the last speaker said now. The Delta State governor that defect with other allies, do they inform the Deltas that they want to defect? No. That also, those people will also go and vote without informing the seat. Even the APC people, they will not vote with the this time around. I'm telling you the truth. I know many people before that were doing party. Now they cannot even talk about, they don't want to have anything to do with APC. Do you know why they vote Buhari in 2015? When they ask him a question in the Charter House, they say, what are you going to do about Boko Haram? They say, what is Boko Haram? But see today what is happening to Nigeria.
Thank you.
The highest freedom you will ever have in your life is to be free to work without having an obstacle on your way.
Thank you.
Without insecurity, Nigeria cannot move forward.
Okay.
Thank you, Jude.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate your call. Now, let me read this message you sent. It said, Nigerians seems to talk too much and achieve too little. Merger or no merger, coalition or no coalition, any mobilization that does not start from the INEC and credible election reforms will end in disaster. Take it or leave it. This current INEC cannot deliver a credible election in 2027, and we have no more courts to go to. Pascal Chimezie, what's your take on this statement?
Well, everybody's apprehensive about the legal system, and everybody's apprehensive about INEC. INEC over time has proven to Nigerians that they are not credible, they are not independent, and also with the judiciary, you just wake up and you hear judgments that turn your stomach. But that's why we're saying it's not about INEC, it's about the people. It's about the people. When the people speak, everybody will listen. The people have not spoken yet, but I can assure you, between now and 2027, the Nigerian people will speak and it will be loud.
Tinubu united the West. What did the West benefit from him? That's what this man is saying, Chief Udo. Thank you. Hello, good morning to you.
Hey, Kami, good morning.
Good morning.
This Ken from Italy.
Sorry?
Hey, Kami, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
This Ken calling from Italy.
Okay.
Yes, I have my question to ask the Igbos in Nigeria.
1 minute.
Please, I really want to know why is the Igbo are so as in they don't believe on their own. Why? Because, like your brother there said, the Igbo, with the influence they have in Nigeria, with the money some of them have, with the business many of them have, what is difficult there for them to have this seaport in at least even if it is Anambra State or what they call it, that EFCC invited him money. Why? Because they said this stand on that he had built on a naira currency.
Okay.
So we are all there. Or when the people did his old birthday the other day, when all those men were there, what is really happening in Nigeria? Are they really sentimental on Igbo people?
Okay, thank you.
And regarding this, what they call it, this election that they are talking 2025, Obi should do coalition with any party because Obi standing alone is just wasting of time.
Thank you.
Because with the kind of tyrant people we have there in the what they call it under this
thank you.
Tinubu.
Thank you. Thank you.
I doubt if there's anything meaningful that will come out of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Prince Ilaka. The Southeast, the Igbos have money. Anambra, Anambra. Yeah? But then, nothing. I mean, why can't you all of this money? Why you don't build a seaport?
It's not about building the seaport. It's not about money. It's about the policies of government.
Okay.
Yes, it is the government that has, held down any seaport coming out outside Lagos. It's not about whether there is money or not.
Okay.
After all, like I tell people, the Imo State Airport was not built by government. It was built by the sweat of the Imo people, under the able leadership of late Sam Mbakwe. And that's what you call leadership. So it's not like saying that if you say tomorrow that the Southeast can have a seaport and that the federal government will not build it. I am telling you, in less than 1 year, you have a standard working seaport in the Southeast.
Thank you so much, Prince Chilaka. Thank you indeed. All right, everyone, it's time to go. My name is Jude Ikami Jude. For all of your messages, I'll be back by 10:30 to read them, okay? And we'll discuss more by 10:30. I love you all so much. On Facebook, on TikTok, on YouTube, on everywhere. Ikami Jude is spelled IKAMIJUDEH. IKAMIJUDEH together. I love you all so much, and I will see you much later. Good morning to you.